In the summer of 2016, the entire NBA landscape shifted overnight. Kevin Durant, the face of the Oklahoma City Thunder, shocked the basketball world by leaving for the Golden State Warriors. The move sparked endless debates, accusations of betrayal, and discussions about competitive balance. But imagine for just a moment a world where Kevin Durant never walked away from Oklahoma City. A world where he stayed loyal to the Thunder, continued his partnership with Russell Westbrook, and finished the job they started together. This is the story of how that decision could have reshaped basketball history forever. To understand the gravity of Durant's choice, we need to rewind. Drafted in 2007, the then Seattle Supersonics had found their franchise cornerstone. By 2008, the team relocated to Oklahoma City, and suddenly, a brand new fan base inherited a once-in-a-lifetime superstar. Durant, alongside a fiery young point guard in Russell Westbrook and later the addition of James Harden, represented the NBA's next dynasty in waiting. In 2012, that dream looked real when the Thunder reached the NBA Finals against LeBron James and the Miami Heat. They fell short, but the future looked limitless. They were young, hungry, and armed with elite talent. But soon came heartbreak. James Harden was traded, depth dwindled, and injuries to Westbrook and Durant derailed championship runs. By 2016, despite a spectacular run to the Western Conference Finals, the Thunder's dream seemed fragile. They held a 3-1 lead over the Warriors but collapsed, losing in 7 games. That summer, Durant's contract was up. The choice? Stay and keep fighting in OKC, or join the 73-win Warriors and all but guarantee championships. In reality, Durant chose Golden State. But in our alternate timeline, he makes a different call. He stays. He believes in the city and Westbrook, and in their unfinished business. The first ripple effect is immediate. Durant's loyalty electrifies Oklahoma City. Fans erupt with joy. The franchise becomes reinvigorated, and suddenly, the narrative shifts from collapse to redemption. The Thunder enter the 2016-2017 season not as broken spirits but as men on a mission. Durant is determined to prove he can win without joining the enemy, while Westbrook, driven by his endless motor, relishes the chance to silence doubters alongside his co-star. The tension that once brewed between them now fuels their fire. Instead of stories about betrayal, the media paints Durant as the anti-super team hero, the man willing to stay and build instead of taking the easy way out. On the court, the Thunder immediately benefit. Durant's offensive brilliance, Westbrook's relentless attack, and a strong supporting cast make them contenders. Golden State, meanwhile, runs it back without Durant. Yes, they're still great. Curry, Thompson, Green, and Iguodala are enough to terrify anyone. But without Durant's firepower, their margin for error shrinks. The Cavaliers, who had just stunned the Warriors in 2016 with LeBron's legendary comeback, sense blood in the water. Suddenly, the NBA is balanced again, with no unbeatable juggernaut looming. For Durant, the psychological impact is massive. Instead of facing years of criticism for taking the easy way out, he becomes the league's warrior poet, the superstar who refused to run. His legacy begins to build on loyalty and resilience rather than controversy. For Westbrook, the burden of carrying the team alone is lifted. His MVP season still comes, but in this timeline, it's shared glory, not individual validation. Together, they embody what fans crave most: competitive fire, loyalty, and redemption. And the stage is set. The 2017 playoffs are no longer a foregone conclusion. Instead, they're a battlefield where Durant and Westbrook, side by side, aim to topple both the Warriors dynasty and LeBron's Cavaliers. The drama is heightened, the rivalries are raw, and the path to the throne is wide open. This is only the beginning of the alternate world we're stepping into. In the next part, we'll see how the Thunder's run reshapes the balance of power, whether Durant's loyalty pays off in championships, and how this one decision could have rewritten the history of not only his career, but the entire NBA. The 2017 NBA playoffs arrive, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are no longer just another contender. They're the story of the season. Durant's choice to stay sends a wave of belief through the organization. Practices are sharper, Games are more intense, and every night feels like they're fighting for more than wins. They were fighting for a legacy. Their first real test comes in the Western Conference Finals, Oklahoma City versus Golden State, a rematch of the battle that defined the previous year. This time, Durant isn't on the other side. He's the one standing in front of the Warriors, determined to prove that he didn't need them to win. The series is nothing short of war. Curry's shooting, Thompson's defense, and Draymond's energy clash against Durant's scoring brilliance and Westbrook's unrelenting motor. Every game is tight. Every possession feels like a season hanging in the balance. Game 6, Oklahoma City leads 3-2. History looms large. The Thunder know this moment. It was the same situation in 2016 when they collapsed. But this time, Durant won't let it slip. With under 2 minutes left, tied game, Durant pulls up from the wing and drains a contested three over Klay Thompson. Chesapeake Arena explodes. The Thunder hold on, and for the first time since 2012, they're back in the NBA Finals. The climax, LeBron James and the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers stand in their way. The finals narrative writes itself. LeBron trying to build a repeat dynasty in Cleveland versus Durant and Westbrook, hungry for their first ring. It's not just a battle of superstars, it's a clash of legacies. In this alternate timeline, Durant's arc isn't about running to the Warriors. It's about standing his ground, earning respect, and confronting the very best. The series delivers fireworks. LeBron and Kyrie Irving trade blow after blow, but Oklahoma City's two-headed monster is overwhelming. Westbrook pushes the pace. Durant delivers dagger after dagger, and role players like Steven Adams and Andre Roberson step up on the defensive end. Game 7 in Cleveland becomes an instant classic. Tied in the final minute, Durant isolates at the top of the key, rises over LeBron, and buries the shot of his life. This isn't just a bucket. It's the redemption of 2012, the silencing of critics, and the moment Durant etches his name into Thunder history. Oklahoma City wins their first ever NBA championship. The impact is seismic. Durant doesn't just win a ring, he wins the ring. The one that proves he didn't need Golden State. The one that validates the blood, sweat, and years of near misses. Westbrook, too, cements his legacy. Instead of being remembered as a stat-chasing MVP who couldn't win with Durant, he's remembered as half of one of the most dominant duos in NBA history. The Thunder franchise, once haunted by Harden's departure, now celebrates a title that rewrites its story. For the league, the ripple effects are enormous. Without Durant joining Golden State, the Warriors never become the unstoppable juggernaut that defined the late 2010s. They remain great but vulnerable. Cleveland doesn't face a stacked Warriors team, which means LeBron's finals record might look different. Instead of 3-6, maybe it's 4-5, maybe even 5-4. The balance of power across the NBA shifts dramatically. Durant's legacy, most of all, transforms. In reality, he has 2 rings with Golden State, but critics always attach an asterisk: super team. In this timeline, he has 1 ring in 2017 with Oklahoma City, but it means far more. It's remembered as one of the hardest-earned titles of the modern era. His loyalty becomes a defining trait, his bond with Oklahoma City forever unbroken. He isn't the villain who joined the Warriors. He's the hero who stayed, fought, and conquered. As the years roll on, Durant and Westbrook continue to contend. They may not dominate like the Warriors did in our reality, but they remain in the championship picture year after year. The Thunder become a perennial powerhouse, Oklahoma City a basketball mecca, and Durant one of the most beloved superstars of all time. The resolution and impact is clear. One decision in the summer of 2016 could have rewritten the fate of not just a player, not just a franchise, but the entire league. Kevin Durant's loyalty could have preserved competitive balance, created one of the greatest duos in basketball history, and silenced the debates that still rage today. And so the question lingers, echoing across history: what if Kevin Durant had stayed with the Thunder?